Hello, my name is Sanghvi. For this video, I've chosen to do option 2 about the media and the impact of it on women in politics. I was drawn to this topic because as a journalism major, anything concerning the media immediately interests me. Here are some statistics, all of which are straight from the video misrepresentation. American teenagers spend 31 hours a week watching TV, 17 hours a week listening to music, 3 hours a week watching movies, 4 hours a week reading magazines, and 10 hours a week online. According to misrepresentation, this adds up to about 10 hours and 45 minutes of media consumption a day. This just goes to show the importance the media has in the lives of the average American teenager, let alone the average American adult. The media has a lot of impact on people's minds, and this is an important fact to remember throughout this video. One of the ways the media obstructs women's representation in politics is by portraying women based on their physical appearances. One example is the sexualization of Sarah Palin and the lack of sexualization of Hillary Clinton. According to Annie Kornblut, Sarah Palin was seen as an object of desire for men, while Hillary Clinton was not. Both were mocked for this during their campaigns. In addition, news channels showed a tape of Sarah Palin strutting in a bathing suit during her pageant days, and thus she earned the nickname Caribou Barbie. Another example is Cristina Fernandez. According to Rainbow Murray, the media's appearance-based portrayal of Fernandez further embedded the image of Fernandez as a beauty queen into people's minds. Moving back to Sarah Palin, another example of the media judging and portraying candidates by appearance is apparent. According to Murray, Sarah Palin was unaware of the unfair treatment of women by the media. She was aware of the unfair treatment of women by the media, and the media wrote plenty about Sarah Palin's clothes, hair, and physical appearance. The second way the media obstruct women's representation in politics is by enforcing negative and non-helpful female stereotypes. In the words of Danny Hayes, to be a woman running for office is to face the prospect of gender stereotyping. According to Hayes, research shows that voters often see female politicians as, in the words of Hayes, liberal, less capable of handling national security and foreign policy, more adept at dealing with social welfare issues like education and healthcare, and less tough but more empathetic than male candidates. This perspective of women by people is partly due to old stereotypes set in place by society, but also by the media enforcing these stereotypes in the material they put out for the public. In the words of Hayes, Sanbonmatsu and Dolan conclude that even in the presence of party information, gender stereotypes remain powerful. This is relevant because it shows how strongly gender stereotypes influence people. Another similar aspect enforced by the media is the concept of double binds. In the words of Murray, women candidates are subjected to ingrained gender stereotypes about women in public life, which are supplemented and reinforced by gendered media coverage of political candidates. The combination of these two sets of barriers results in a particular set of double binds or lose-lose scenarios, which confront women standing for executive office. Double binds are often created and enforced by the media, and this is a huge problem that women face. The third way the media obstructs women's representation in politics is by giving men more and better media coverage. According to Mickey Kittleson and Kim Fridkin, news coverage of campaigns impacts how voters see the candidates in terms of their plans, positions, and personalities. In order to have a successful campaign, candidates need positive news coverage. As a matter of fact, gender differences in the actual coverage of political candidates may affect how voters see male and female candidates and the women's place in politics. Therefore, proper and equal coverage of men and women in the media is important. However, this does not always happen. According to Murray, when Clinton and Obama were running against each other, the statistics of negative versus positive campaign coverage was not equal. Clinton's coverage by the media was 38% negative and 27% positive, while Obama's was 47% positive and 16% negative. In the words of Kittleson and Fridkin, a rich set of studies in the United States describes gender differences in the news coverage of candidates, suggesting that the news media play an important role in shaping women's efforts to achieve elective office. Pioneering research based on elections in the 1980s demonstrated that women candidates receive less coverage and less prominent coverage relative to male candidates. In addition, the substance of coverage differed for men and women candidates. In addition, the media is so hard on women that there is no room for women to have imperfections or mess-ups. In the words of Senator Caraway in Steinhauer's article, a run in her stocking would make headlines. That's just the kind of attention women sometimes receive from the media. One way the media can serve as a powerful tool for increasing women's representation in politics is by covering women based on their ideas instead of on their appearances. Fair and positive coverage has happened before in the case of Ellen Sirleaf. According to Murray, when Sirleaf was discussed by the media, she was recognized for her education as well as her financial and political experience. In addition, according to Murray, not much attention was paid to her appearance. Another way the media can serve as a powerful tool for increasing women's representation in politics is by not enforcing gender stereotypes and double binds. For example, according to the Murray book, Ellen Sirleaf escaped from one double bind, the one that is concerned with being too masculine or too feminine. Luckily for her, the media did not push that double bind on her. In addition, according to Murray, much less gender stereotypes occurred in the coverage of Ellen Sirleaf. This is how the media should always be, except they should be even better than that. If I was instructing a candidate, I would have 3 simple rules for her. The first would be to dress in a simple skirt and jacket suits. This is neither too feminine or too masculine, and this would take attention off of her appearance. The second rule would be to stay far away from rumors and gossip started by the media, the way Sarah Palin did during her campaign. If you get involved, you'll just get sucked in and end up embarrassing yourself, and that is exactly what the media wants. Finally, the last rule would be to never be afraid to let people know what you're capable of thinking of. As a woman, it is even more important to get one's ideas across so that people in the press don't see a bimbo in a suit. That is all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.